So in this, now let's look speaker side, right? The speaker world side, like value in their world. Because I know you write a lot, Dave, you write a lot of blogs, you create a lot of content. I know you have a lot of speakers and peers in our group that follow and get behind your materials because you've got your finger on the pulse with this stuff. You also write about the different ways that they can have value in their services. So it's almost like the different types of value in their service offerings. And you've got them broken down into high value offers for speakers, mid and low. Can you walk us through what some of those are as you see them? So what are some of the high value offerings that speakers have, first of all, before we get to others?
Some of them are doing really, really well. You will eventually get some people who are the Uber fans or super fans or massive advocates of you, and they literally want to be your disciples. They see you as their guru, you as their guru, and they want to spend time with you. So some of them will come with you on a retreat. So you can run a 1 week or 2 week or 3 day retreat where they come and they go through the program in an intensive, and it might only be up close and personal with a small number of people. So there are for corporates, there are people who are just working boardrooms. That's all they're doing.
And that's high. Boardroom is high value. If you know anything about corporates, these guys, they'll put budget into that. This is a senior leadership team. They'll keep that in play, and they might give it higher value than they will some of the frontline mechanisms. Right?
Yeah, so it can be a room full of 10 or 20 to the board, or it can be all of the managers and sales guys, which case that might be mid-level, or it might be just all of the line staff, and you're going to do something for them as well. So there's different levels of value, and then on top of that, we've got so how are we doing it, and how much time does it take? How intense is it? They're more of the higher value things. It's customized, it's personalized, it's specific. There's even, I've coached some speakers who have been coaching the best CEOs in Australia, some of which earn 10, 20, $30 million. Well, what do you charge and what do you do and how much value can you add? One speaker we know went and worked with just the leadership team for 6 months exclusively, but added millions and millions and millions of dollars to the turnover. I gave him the thing that said, what would it be if we just tuned up the boss by 10% and the best leaders in the room by 10% extra? How much more productivity could you get out of that group? And that's the challenge he took on board, and he blew it away. Yeah. Phenomenal. So that's sort of full on, intense, personal, up close and personal. That's your high value stuff.
I like that. Up close, personal, bespoke. I'm a big fan of bespoke, as you know. And so absolutely, that's one that's high. What would you say would be some of these mid-value then offerings? What's kind of this mid-value section of offerings and where they can?
It can be customized, but it's designed for bulk delivery. So it could be things like your online learning systems, your workshops and stuff like that. So there's more people and it's not as customized, but it's still relatively customized. And then of course, the lowest value stuff is just, here's some things, read my blogs, watch my free videos, my personal favorite, when if I talk to somebody and I go, I don't think I can help you, here's a book, have a nice life, sort of. you're not for me.
A book, as somebody told me ages ago before I did my first, it becomes a really great business card. It's the best business card you can have to some degree, right?
It is, and I also give it away if I have to, say, some people come and ask me for something and their value set's different to mine, and I go, yeah, that's not really where I'm going. So here's the book. If you're interested, here's the book. It'll help you. Or here's a manual. This will help you. I give them a parting gift, and the information is there. But the difference between information and implementation is huge. You need to marinate in it.
I'd also say that I've also got another slant on the book thing, and that is actually, it's important if you are an author to not devalue your book by being so loose and free with it. Like, I mean, I know the one that's the add value book, I mean, that was 16 years of research, a year in writing, months in editing. And I actually do value that really. And, with Wiley, it's like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to use it smartly and I'll give it smartly, but I'll give it as a value added to things. I'm not just going to go and give it away because it's really valuable, and it's important that you see that as a speaker as well. Some of your content, that you don't give everything so robustly, because in doing so, you might devalue your own efforts or work as well.
So it's a terrific tool for prospects, and it's a terrific tool to get out in the marketplace and be seen everywhere. That's what a book does. It's a $30 business card, $25, $30 business card. But what I love about it is that, and I've got 5,000 business books, is that in there is somebody's 10 or 20 years of mistakes and pain and shortcuts and best ideas, and they're giving it to you for $30. What a bargain. Yeah. But the problem is that the wrong book at the wrong time is of no value to you whatsoever. And sometimes the book that the boss has read is not really that useful for the rest of the team. It's not sort of the same strategies and things. So I'm more of a fan now of prescribing books for people.
Yeah.
There is a book, you know, if you're a new franchisor, there is a couple of books where franchisors wrote the entire blueprint of how to build a franchise from naught to, you know, $50 million or more. And there it is. It's in the entire blueprint with all the mistakes and everything in there. But that book's never found by people because they don't know that it's got such a stupid title. But the internals is fantastic. So the right book is like prescribing with you. So
I love that. I really like that.
You know, what's your issue? What's the timing?
Prescribing books like vitamins, you're making me think. I really like that slant. I've not heard you talk about that before. Yeah,
well, it's to be fair, sometimes this is the thing that says that book changed my life, and yes, but you were sort of had to be ready for it. You know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. That book has to be the one that sings to you. That's why sometimes you buy a book and sometimes you get into it a third of the way and it's not really the one. Whereas there are books that are absolute classics for many people, like their mantras, their Bible, if you like. That's the one that really sings to them, that appeals to them and they love it. And those the books are classics, like, you know, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's just a way of being.